Hello and welcome to another episode of the Patch Notes Reviews with Styx Intern. I am your host, Styx Intern, and I'm about to show you some patch notes. Alright, so let's get going. First note is that these patch notes aren't quite live. They are the notes for the deployment that is going ahead later today, hopefully just before office hours. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Just before office hours. So hopefully tonight I will in fact be playing the Seer live. That said, let's dive into the patch notes. Hello Kingdom, it has now been, or it will now have been, 0 days since the last hero class release. Once they release it, it is still, contrary to the tense of this sentence, it is still many days. But I do like the cheekiness that they put that in there. That's kind of funny. Good move, Sachet. Seer's ready to take the stage, be the 5th class, though that's not all this week. The time bar gets a much asked for quality of life improvement. I wonder what that is. I didn't know there was one. Make sure to check out the patch notes below, and don't skip the new mechanics part. A knowledgeable hunter is a successful hunter, aka RTFM. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Afex, what's up, my man? Professional reader at your service. That's right. Maddie Pesks asks, are there not some constitutional rights to be defended at noon on a Wednesday? And he forgets that I also do commercial litigation, so there's always contracts to be enforced. But that said, I do take a lunch hour, and I'm choosing to spend it with you, and you dog me like that? Like, this is literally my lunch hour. What do you want me to do? I just gave a presentation. I literally just gave a training in my firm on how to use AI legal research tools that has already received praise from multiple people who are on our executive high committees. So, you can take it easy, man. It's not like I'm not working here. Jeez, giving me shit. Let's get back to it. Thank you, Afex, Professional Reader, Dags, Jeremy, Ophisto, Skiller. Welcome all. All right, General, time bar stacking. Okay. So this is funny. My knight has enough HP to tank the small boar's next attack. So one thinks, only to then be surprised by a hidden mama boar attack. So people, I guess, were worried about the fact that they couldn't necessarily see when ones were hiding over each other. I don't know. That's never really been an issue for me, honestly, because it's like, if I don't see them, I'm like, where did they go? And I click the time bar thing, and as they say here, it's not new. You can just click on it, and it'll show you. So just click the buttons, and it will show you the order. So if you're ever confused or worried, click it. But now it looks like what they added is this little 2 thing to kind of indicate that there is a second one hidden behind it for you to look out for. I guess that is useful for shorthand. I like it overall. I'm just kind of giggling at the idea that someone wouldn't ask, where did it go? Sorry. Rockbach hunt changes. The Rockbach void hunt stays mostly untouched. Yeah, mostly untouched. Mostly, huh? One small exception. When eggs resurrected, they received a flat 500 initiative. For a better flow of fight, we're changing things up a bit, and resurrected eggs will now randomly receive between 400 and 600 initiative. So I think the issue there was that both eggs was if you killed 2 eggs, right? It would they would both have the exact same timer because they would spawn. Like say you use small stone or rapid shot or whirlwind or something that got both of the chickens down, or even just killed them both before Mama's turn. She spawns them both at the same time. They would be on the same exact lineup. Now they're going to be slightly separated. And, there may be other reasons for it, but that's the first one that jumps to my mind. Classes. We get a new class. A new challenger is ready to tackle boxing boars. The Seer. Versatile support that excels in buffing its allies, weakening enemies, and if in dire need, can heal any wounded warrior or non-warrior. Nice. They wanted to use the phrase wounded warrior, but they knew correctly that someone in our community would say, oh, does that mean only warriors? That's great. Their specialty though is time manipulation, speeding up enemies, slowing down foes, and even casting spells that take effect in the future. This flexibility makes the Seer a great addition to any team fighting for glory. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I am quite excited for it. You know, I've been talking about one thing a bit on all my streams where I'm doing hunts, and that's time bar manipulation. And then boom, we're getting the Seer. So, like, literally, I'm so excited. One of the things I'm most excited for is those channel 800 abilities. You know, like I understand that, yes, you know, there's a chance that they can get interrupted, but like I feel like there are a lot of times where 200 initiative is all you need for a leapfrog, and like that's enough to, like, that prevents an interrupt. That's the whole point of a leapfrog, is you get turn advantage. So I think it's gonna be really freaking sweet to play with. New mechanics. As with the Warrior release, the Seer also introduces a number of new mechanics. Shout out Berserker next. Can it introduce poison or remove that poison ability? One of the two. Either way. Better make yourself familiar with them, as they could decide the outcome of the battle. Dispel. Removes a single random positive status effect from the target. So, removes a buff from the target. Period. So if you see a little buff icon in the bottom, I'm just going to fire up a random team, right? So, like, you can see I was excited. I had it filtered by Seers. Excuse me. So, all right. What does this mean? What does this mean? Random positive status effect. Is that limited to magical status effects? No. Is that limited to physical status effects? No. It just means positive. What is positive? Something that helps you, not something that hurts you. All right? So, let's see. I'm going to, you know, Taunt's probably a poor example. I don't have anything that can apply status effects. Oh, you can. Okay. Let's just get to your turn, Knight, and hope you hit this Mighty Strike. A long shot indeed, but let's hope it happens. Oh, Euro is not even good. In 17 decks, he's definitely going to miss. Like, I don't play with this team very frequently. They're level 14ers. They're all getting ready to burn at 15. All three of them. Common, uncommon, common. Bad. Regular stone, probably not even a greater, just because, you know, common. There we go. So this, Mighty Strike, decreases physical defense by 25% for 2 turns. Does that sound like a positive status effect? No, so that wouldn't be removed. But if you had something like increases physical defense by 25% for 1 turn, that would be a positive status effect that could be removed. So yeah, there you go. Positive, random. So it's just 1 though. So it works like cleanse, a random positive status effect. Some people I saw were saying like, oh, cleanse can't remove this, cleanse can't remove that. It's like, no, it's just you had 2 debuffs. So dispel is like the inverse of cleanse. That's what dispel is. The inverse of cleanse. Negate removes a single random delay action cast by the enemy target. Oh, that's cool. So it's not even just like any random delay. It's the delay cast. Like, you can choose which caster. So say we get to the point where you have like a pirate and a seer on the same team. I can pick, and they both have 1 delay effect up. I can actually decide which one I want to cancel. That's cool. I thought it was just a random delay action, but it's by the enemy target. That's nice. That's nice. Ward. A ward is a protective spell bubble that pops once targeted by an attack dealing damage of the type that is warded. All right, so that is a lot of passive voice, but of the type that is warded. So that damage of the type that is warded, that means it will have like limitations: physical, magical, pure. What does pure mean? That means it only blocks pure damage. No, I'm kidding. That means it blocks both types, physical and magical, right? As it says here. So pure ward is like a bubble shield from WoW, right? You know, I just throw a bubble on you, you can take some hit, and it pops. Or WoW is a bad example because I think it's on a timer. But regardless, we've seen things like this in other games where it's like, hey, 1 hit and it pops. But it can that 1 hit can be any hit. You know, it can be like the nuclear blast in Fallout, or it can be, you know, a tackle attack from a Ratata. You know what I'm saying? It can be either of those things. It's going to prevent it, but then it's going away. And reduce it to 0 and cause any status effects from the hit to be resisted. So you get 100% block, and you don't have any chance of getting CC'd. It's like also a crowd control prevention, right? If say, hey, I don't want this channeled guy to get crowd controlled while he's channeling, pop a ward on him, boom, they're going to have to try to either break the ward and then do the CC, so it now becomes a 2-turn commitment to get that crowd control, or they're just going to have to let you do it, you know? And if they just let you do it, well, the ward's just going to be sitting there until they actually do attack you. So great. Like it. Pure upside. Wonderful. And wards don't trigger if a barrier prevents all HP damage. That's wild. All right. All right, ladies and gents. Let's flee this game. We're done with that. All right. Back to town we go. All right. All right. Priest. Let's load up a priest in here. All right. So priests, you see, what they give barriers. That's a pure barrier. It does magic damage. It does physical damage. Pure barrier. Right? This. Pure barrier. So what this is saying here, when it says wards don't trigger, well, wrong way. Wards don't trigger if a barrier prevents all HP damage. That means, say I have a priest and a seer, and the seer drops a ward after the priest has dropped a barrier. Maybe before too. Maybe the order doesn't matter. I don't think the order matters. Regardless, warrior or seer, priest, they drop a ward and a bubble, or a ward and a barrier on the same one. Attack comes in. It does less than the barrier. The ward doesn't pop. So the ward stays there. You can make a ward preventative, or you can basically buff up a ward with a barrier, which is kind of wild. So make that CC kind of prevention even more potent. So that's, you could, conceivably is the word I'm looking for, make a comp where you can set up channels that are like really not interruptible within a span of 3 turns by the enemy team. In like some circumstances, right? Everything can be overcome. I'm not speaking in absolutes, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, baby. All right. Wait, I'm gonna go read chat now. Trained some plebs in the art of DFK. Ophisto and Maddie, your comment has me lolling. You know what they say about taking shit from Maddie? Don't take shit from somebody else's stuffed animal. What does that even mean? Oh yeah, Ophisto. Glory is great. Eternity is an amazing game. It is, yeah, actually it's pretty fun. Can you imagine doing shield up and it getting dispelled? Yeah, I can. I can totally imagine that. I think that's like the point of dispel. Yeah. I know you can't read, so it's insane. Oh wow, Dags! I really wish I could highlight that better. That was great. Someone's going to be playing some long pre-seer games. Yeah, it's WoWE, just. That's who's going to be doing that. But, I think Small Stone is going to... I think Skiller still got him by a mile. Just Olaf. Just dropping Olafs on him. Anyway, back to the good stuff. Delay. While technically not a new mechanic, the Seer's skill set revolves significantly around delay effects. Therefore, a quick reminder what delay does. An action that is taken on the current turn, but resolves at a defined point in the future. For example, a skill with delay 30 would resolve in 30 ticks. Alright. So delay 30, that seems like not very long. 30 ticks? I'm going to have to play with it, see how it feels. But that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Skills. Future Sight. Yeah, do I really need to go over the skills again? You've heard Wowie and Maddie go over them. I'm not going to go over the seer skills. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to do that. Dark Destruction was the only delay effect, Just asks. No, there was Gravity Scramble. Also had a delay effect where it was progressive crowd control if you were under the influence of the crowd control of the previous one. Could be bad, but most of the time didn't do anything. Gravity Scramble. 30 ticks is pretty long. I must have a definition of tick wrong. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what a tick is. I'm going to be honest. I thought a tick was the really small micro units within the bars. Is why I was confused. But if a tick is 10 bars, then I don't know. I need it in bars, honestly. I just need it in bars on the screen at this point. That's what they need to give me for me to have any idea. Otherwise, I'm just going to play with it and figure it out. Priests also getting some love in this patch. We're increasing the potency of their team heal while decreasing their mana costs. Holy Circle reduced base mana cost from 15 to 13.5. Pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Mana cost reduction, because I feel like when they made that really small change on the archers, it felt a lot better. I think that's going to feel a lot better on Holy Circle. Increased healing from 0.8 spell to 0.9 spell, basically. Left the whiz scaling the same. So you're getting an extra 1/10 of your spell power. Really small, but since it's an AoE heal, that could be very, very impactful because you're getting 3 of it, right? That's pretty cool. I think that's a cool change. Holy Circle I think it did need less mana cost because I used it and I was like, well, there goes everything for the game. Great. So I almost never used it. But then again, recall class, I have terrible priests. So I probably just didn't have good mana pools. Bug fixes. Fixed a bug that caused a missing attack to break taunt. Oh, I didn't know that was a bug. I'm glad they fixed it because that's got me. That's got me. I had a taunted guy attack a taunted target, and he missed, and I was jubilant, but then the taunt still broke, and I got rampaged. Anyway, using Royal Guard in combination with Unstoppable should now properly keep the knight immune to any negative status effects. Okay, cool. This is another thing I tried, and it didn't work. I didn't realize that was a bug either. I thought it was just like, oh, if the CC applied to the back guy, yeah, well, you sucks for you, dog. Sick. Yeah, I also don't intend to play priests and seers together, primarily because I don't intend to play priests. Seer looks fun though, but like might still, I don't know. Supports for me are just not my bread and butter. You can ask Ophisto. He knows very well how I do with supports, which is not great. It's not great, man. It's not great. Side note, Ophisto, did you see that Arthas got a buff and Rhaegar got nerfed in the patch notes yesterday on HOTS, dog? Wow, what's that about, man? What? Rhaegar nerfs? We don't need that. It was like they buffed Arthas and Yrel. Anyway, so those are the patch notes. If you want any opinions that aren't mine on all of these skills, go watch WoWE. Otherwise, I'll just give you my opinions when I play with them. And they see he's confirming that I'm bad at supports. See? This guy gets it. This guy gets it. He's seen me play. He also knows my skill with tanks, though. I'll tell you that. But anyway. No, they just started up again. They just started doing them again since the Microsoft acquisition. How weird is that? I don't know, man. Might have to start playing again. I don't know, man. I love HOTS. HOTS is so fun. I have BattleNet on this new computer just because I downloaded HOTS and played some ARAM like last month. Oh, freaking love HOTS. Frostborn totally hungers, my man. Frostborn totally hungers. We'll talk about Heroes of the Storm in case you don't know the acronym. I'm done with the patch notes. They're done. Yeah, no more patch notes, guys. That's all I got. See, Maddie? Oh, man. The constitutional rights took 20 minutes off. Guess what? Our court system says that several years is okay to wait for enforcement of your constitutional rights. So, I'm not too worried that I'm in the wrong there, buddy. Anywho. Unless it's a First Amendment right and it's a prior restraint, because then you get a temporary restraining order right away. Right away. Emergency basis. They can't stop you from saying it. Yeah, baby. Anyway. On that note, I think, I think I will just leave you all with what? No. Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Okay, that's incredible. That makes everything better. How do you do it?